Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super not funny show reviews. And this week we're going to be talking about Halo, the TV series, episode 2. It's called Unbound. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? LADI, Halo has landed on Paramount Plus, and I reviewed the first episode last week. But I knew I had to bring in the video game expert to talk about this also. So, welcome LADI to this review and all the
Uh-huh.
reviews going forward. So, either way, episode 2, we're getting into the aftermath of episode 1, wherein Master Chief and his young charge, his little baby Yoda, but that's actually a human. Is they're all they escaped after activating the magic box that let them get away, and so all the political machinations and everything that we saw enacted in the first one, all the covenant stuff, all that stuff leads in directly into this episode. So and of course in this episode they're trying to find out what's up with this magic box, and also the covenant is like, let's send our pet human to go do some things, and it's all about religion. And the good doctor who apparently created the Spartans is trying to get some AI thing, because that's never a bad idea in science fiction. And there's again political machinations. So overall, Lottie, what did you think about this episode?
I mean, it was a decent episode. It was I won't say it was, groundbreaking, and I won't say it's bad. It was a entertaining watch because it's this game, I mean, this story is of course using parts of Halo 5, but it's not really canonically during Halo 5 because technically in this story they don't even know what Cortana is, and Cortana's been a part of the Halo series since Halo 1. So it's, I guess, it's a prequel and a sequel at the same time. But it's it's just I there was parts of the show that I took notice of. Is like them giving Master Chief, I guess, somewhat a personality, you know what I mean? Especially with his introducing his friend that he snitched on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that was interesting. Like a Spartan that didn't follow the programming. So like my limited understanding, I was like, oh, I just thought Spartans were just like human robots essentially, so to some
yeah.
effect. Now, obviously, this is my ignorance of the show showing itself, or the game showing itself, but that's what it seemed to be. And then so in this one, like you got Soren being like, nah, this is some bullshit. They're programming us. I want to be a free man, and don't stop me. And then he kind of lets him go free, and you're like, oh, is that the first start of Master Chief showing his humanity, or something like that?
Yeah.
Um, which I thought that was all interesting. Uh, and I also thought it was, that whole little bit showing him like, oh, Master Chief, this is what you could have had if you had, you know, had a little more in touch with your humanity, less of the programming. It's all very interesting, and let me just say, it's all shit I've seen before in other things. Oh, it's, I mean, like literally, if you watch The Expanse, and I've only seen like about half of the first season of The Expanse, it's almost literally, what if an asteroid in The Expanse, except less interesting? Like, not so. And I'm gonna say about this episode, I was whatever. I kind of okay on it. It's kind of whatever. There's nothing I
Yeah.
hadn't seen before, and I'm not even gonna lie. Towards the end of the episode, I kept like sort of dozing off, because I wanted to ask myself, this is a show about superhuman soldiers kicking alien ass, and there was decided lack of superhuman soldiers
It was just kicking alien
kicking
ass.
alien ass. There was not. I was like, where is this? Why I'm saying, if you're gonna have that slow down stuff where there's politicking and people sort of talking about what they're gonna do and plans and machinations, that's great. Throw some action in there at some point. Break this up. Don't make it be like a long, a big long, research paper or essay, talking about what's going on in the UNSC and what the Covenant. It's
Yeah.
crazy. How do you have literally have two Spartans in proximity to each other, not kicking something's ass, and then you
Yeah.
have other Spartans. What the hell?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's the part of where I say this episode wasn't terrible, but I will not say it was in the. It's like you said, it's whatever. Okay, especially towards the end where Master Chief was like, "I have to go back," and I'm just like, "Oh my god!" I was just like, oh boy."
It's like
It's
it's like, can you keep my baby Yoda? I mean, my Quan Ha for me. I'm like, man, like, I,
and
I just
and then it's just like he's they're it's what's so made it so annoying. He clearly knows they're lying to him. You know what I mean? He clearly knows it, and it's just it's a little. It was the ending was really just it was frustrating. Like you said, I thought maybe somebody would show up there and him and the dudes like old times helping each other out, but none of that ever happened. And
yeah.
it's just yeah.
I did like the little, I guess, maneuvering that Dr. Halsey was doing with her immediate supervisor, kind of throwing her, forcing her to back her play about Cortana. I mean, that was interesting, and
Mhm.
I really want to see what the other Spartans are going to do. But and seeing the new lead, new leader of the planet that's basically murdering other people, Venture. Watching him be like a terrible person. I mean, that's cool and all, but like I really need a lot more. They're leaning too hard on the mystery box aspect of it, and they're forgetting again. This is supposed to be an action sci-fi series, and so I mean, yeah, maybe you blew all your wad on that first scene in the first episode, but there's no excuse for this. I need to see more. I need to see more ass kicking. I don't care.
I completely
Look, do
agree.
do a Samus and take his armor away and just have him run around and get shot at. That's fine. Just
Yeah.
do anything, anything. I just, like I said, this episode's pretty whatever. I'm gonna come back because I'm interested to see where they go, and I really, really want to see what's up with the Covenant and their human female, I guess whatever she is, whatever they call her. I want to see that, but other than that, man, like they need to bring it a lot harder to keep me around. So
Yeah.
yeah. So overall, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys saw this episode, what do you think? What do you think about what we had to say? Why don't you get down to the comments, let us know what you think. And of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And we'll chop it up. I guess hashtag Halo the series or something. We'll see what's up there. So anyway, hopefully next week they'll be better. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining us. Come back next week when we'll review episode 3. Until then, I have been Mo De Poupe, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend LADI. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.